What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Pair Theory Podcast. With me, as always, Mr. Craig Youngblood. Everybody applaud. Yes. Craig is here. He got off work early. He went to bed at 5 o'clock this morning. He slept all day. He did no work today whatsoever. Does not have a real job. Us musicians are the only ones really doing shit in this world. Okay. Wait, we good?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, fair enough. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Pair Theory Podcast. With me, as always, Mr. Craig Youngblood. So we were going to have Miss Brittany Bickett on today, but she called in and said that her kiddos both have walking pneumonia. Boo. So
That doesn't sound fun.
family first, man. Take care of those kiddos, and we will have her on either later this month or into the new year. But that does not mean we're not going to have a podcast, because we're going to have a podcast.
Yeah.
I got to talk to Craig, man. We don't ever get to. This is the only way we get to see each other. Officially, 9 episodes. I've seen you more on the podcast than I've seen you in person this entire year. Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
I think you're wrong, but okay.
Then breathe. Okay. Today we're going to talk about something kind of cool, though. We're gonna bring up another content creator. A big name out there. We'll get to it here in a minute. What's up? What were you going to say?
I said you have a show this weekend anywhere?
We got a private party for Mr. Chris Johnson and Whitney Johnson for her birthday.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. They're the owners of Pure Body Benefits. Use code DeadwoodFan25 to get your Pure Body Benefit in Fort Worth, Texas. If you need laser hair removal or need to get the old cooch shaved or whatever, you know what I mean? Gotta get the gooch done. They'll do it.
Yeah.
Rimmers, uppers, downers, wingers, pingers.
I don't know how that would feel with a laser down there.
It would hurt. Worse than a tattoo.
I'm sure. I'm out.
Yeah, you can't do it, man. You got too many tattoos.
Yeah.
Have you counted your tattoos yet to see how many you got?
No.
Do you know off the top of your head?
No.
He might be little. He might be slouching in his chair. He might have a black beard. He might be in a chair that he doesn't need to be in. Craig's got more tattoos than me. It has nothing to do with age either. It just has to do with having a real stable job. Being able to afford it.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
There was a long time I didn't get any, though, for a long time when my kids were growing up. As they've gotten older, it's gotten a little easier to do stuff.
Like, okay, I guess I could see that. Yeah, you had responsibility. You had to pay for things. Now that they've gotten older, you don't have to pay for so much. You're like, yeah, tattoos.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you could never do laser hair removal because it will also take off the tattoo.
Yeah,
same thing. Yeah, you don't have any on your head though, do you?
No.
Are you going to?
No.
You're not going to put a zipper right here so you can just pour the drugs in?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Fair enough. You got one on your Johnson yet? It says welcome aboard?
No. That cost extra.
It'd be a little tattoo. It wouldn't be that much.
It's a handling fee you got to worry about, not the tattoo.
Well, he's got to be good with some tweezers. Jesus, it's getting dirty in the pair theory world.
Yeah.
We'll just call this porn theory, tattoo theory. Today we're going to talk about a really cool dude, man. I've been following him for a while, Mr. Casey Nolan of Mindseed TV. Man, they got some really good evidence over there. And there's a lot of people that will say, there's the naysayers, 100%, that are like, oh, it's staged, it's rigged, it's faked, it's blah, 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 blah. Just fucking... Look, man. Yes, he's a content creator. Does that mean that he faked his shit? No. Does it have the door for him to fake the shit? Yes. Do I think that they spent money to go out into the middle of the woods and investigate a cabin and then fake it on a fucking iPhone 12 that he's filming on? No, I don't. I don't at all. I don't. Partially because of the gear they use. That's part of it.
Yeah, they don't use a lot of high-end, real fancy.
What is the camera they're using? It's a...
I want to say they were using like an Olympus or something.
Olympus. Like that. Yeah, that's it. They were using an Olympus. I think so. An Olympus and a Droid phone.
Yeah.
That just was like, whatever, you know, and a flashlight, hardly any night vision. They didn't really get around to that until later on, you know, and they didn't really get to using tools until later on. Like, they weren't using any kind of like REM pods. They finally got like a yes no prism, which we've had experiences with, until it broke randomly. Thanks a lot, Go Stop.
Yeah, won't even replace it.
Won't replace it. Spent $300 for that thing. Thanks for the cube.
I use the Ouija board a lot.
They do.
And they also, the one Ouija board they use, it doesn't look like one I've ever seen. I think it's got a different name for it.
Well, you go back to a Ouija board, where that origin story, right? Where it came from. It doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be that way. It can be, as long as it's got the letters, a yes and a no, and goodbye. That's a Ouija board.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all about the planchette and what surface it's sitting on. Ouija boards come in circles, triangles, diamonds. You know, they can be any kind of shape. It doesn't matter what the board looks like, as long as it has these things to go to.
So do you want to hear why I'll never mess with one?
Lay it on me.
So when I was younger, we used to go to Possum Kingdom all the time for vacation in the summer. And every once in a while, I'd get to take like a kid from the neighborhood, and we'd go out there and spend the weekend with my parents, fishing, swimming, whatever. And this time we went there was another family there. It was pretty large, and they had a pontoon boat, and they had parked it right there, like on the sandbank, and like all the kids were playing and stuff. So we got to know them, and they're like, "Hey, come out here at night." So the pontoon boat was anchored down. We were all sitting on the boat playing, having fun. Well, they broke out a Ouija board, and I was like, "I'm not touching this shit." So I was watching them, and they were going around, and I was like, I thought they were bullshitting. And they both lifted their hands up, and that thing started moving, and then it just shot off the boat into the water.
I mean, so at that point, you were like, fuck this, I'm out?
Yeah, I left. I went and got in the cabin. I was like, I'm going to bed.
But seeing a face in a fucking window where you were sitting, you're like, oh, let's go back. Let's go sit in the jail some more.
Well, it's different now.
Oh, bullshit. It's the same fucking thing. At least you saw this one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know my wife will crucify me if I ever use a Ouija board. She won't let me touch them. I mean, I've had one. I've got one in the closet. She didn't even know about it.
And she will now.
Just kidding. Just kidding. She'd have known about it. It's in there. If it was in there. Maybe it's still in there. It might still be in there. She doesn't listen to this show anyway. So, she might. We'll find out if she listens or not. She'll bring it up. So what's this about a Ouija board? She's like, better fucking not. She hates them. She won't let me near them. Yeah.
Have you done them before?
When I was, fuck yeah. Tons of times. Yeah. I've only had, out of all the times I ever had it, I used one. There was only one time where I actually felt it pull on my fingers, and it was just me by myself doing it.
Yeah.
I was all alone. I wasn't filming or anything. I was just by myself, put my hands on it, and then felt it tug. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay. I didn't do anything.
Yeah. What about the other times you did it?
No, nothing. Nada.
Never did anything?
No. And the company I was in, there's all a bunch of kids, too. So even if it was moving, I don't know if it was really moving or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes any sense. But regardless, they do use Ouija boards quite a bit in Mindseed. But amongst other things, man, like they use the REM pods, they use a yes/no prism, they use Ouija boards. They're low tech on their cameras. Up until recently, I saw that Casey had finally gotten like a nicer camera. I think he got like a Sony, I believe.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's got like a nice studio, and he's a content creator. You know, he does. It's not just about ghost hunting to him. It's about all sorts. It's kind of like what I do. Same thing. Like, you know, I'm creating content for my band and music videos and commercials and stuff like that. But, you know, Pair Theory is like the side project of fun. This is fun. You know, I don't get a salary for this. We've yet to make a dime off this. Like, we've been going at it strong for 2 years. We haven't made shit. So people think that's nuts. but it's fun and it gives us a chance to do stuff that's outside of the realm and answer questions for ourselves personally from, that we've had forever. I mean, those questions for me are answered.
Yeah.
I don't have any more questions, but I would like to test the theory on some other things like we've talked about in the past. But
maybe stuff will happen and you'll figure out some questions.
that is the reason we do this. But I've got some footage from Mindseed pulled up that I want to take a look at. That's some pretty cool stuff. They had there was this one incident where they went into their cabin, and it's the notorious, for the people that are watching. If you haven't seen Mindseed TV, you can go look them up on YouTube, etc. I'm actually going to pull this straight from their YouTube page. This is an episode. It's the Demonic Illusion Scariest Video Ever Paranormal Activity that they had on their page, on their Mindseed TV page. Anyway, on YouTube. This one got me. This was one of the first ones I ever saw. This is the one with the chairs, and they come in, and the chairs stack up in the kitchen. They take them down off the table, and then, it's a fucked up deal. But it's when he turns the corner that the chairs stack back up. That's when I was like, "Fuck, that if that's faked, that is the best fucking piece of editing I've seen outside of Transformers." You'd have to be a serious. I mean. And the answer to that is no, he's not. He's not. He's a good editor, and he does really good for like documentary stuff. But we're not talking about massive CGI cuts like this, So let's pull it up right quick.
People do develop relationships with the entities in their homes. That really happens. Yeah.
Jeez. Definitely get some close-ups of this. This is insane. Oh, dude.
Man coughing, choking.
Did you hear it? I didn't. Ooh. Like, this doesn't feel good at all. Weird. Do you want to harm us?
So when we get down here to the house.
Look, this is swinging still. Was that swinging when we came in?
I don't know. I'd have to look at the footage. All I just saw was this pot going.
You were the one who really peeked in here. I didn't really.
So they come in and they see this. These chairs stacked up on the deal.
Yeah, same.
And they can't figure out if the chairs stacked up before, but if you go back in the footage and you look here as they're coming in, you can see the kitchen. He does a pan to it. No chairs are there, and then all of a sudden the chairs are stacked up. But they don't see that. Boom. And all of a sudden the chairs. Let me go back a little bit further.
Look here. Creepy looking. A lot of old
That's a real pan. You can see it's close.
So he looks over. There's the table.
yeah.
Do not turn off.
And then
But that's ominous.
and it's locked. Why would they want somebody to not turn on? What the fuck? Holy sh!
You see the chairs?
Oh my God. Everything's swinging too.
Dude, shit. Look at the light.
Oh, the light's swinging, huh?
Like something just ran down the center of that, or towards us.
Yeah, because when he first looked in there, they were all on the ground.
right. Yeah, when he's going through there first, they're all up on the ground.
Oh, look, there's the sage too.
Swing.
So then he gets down here, and they take the chairs down, and then there's sage all over the ceiling. You can see in here like all these light bulbs and shit that are hanging everywhere, and pans and shit in this kitchen.
Yeah.
And they kind of take a walkabout, and they go up these stairs right here. They pulled the chairs down. He looks back one more time, looking
Not
through the
that way,
kitchen.
like directly in front of you to your right.
Bam.
Oh my f***ing god!
They're in the door.
Wow.
Yeah,
What?
they're in the doorway now.
What the? I literally just walked from the kitchen. I was looking in the kitchen right when I
Like,
came up
what
the
a
stairs
stage.
behind
Like,
you.
if you were able to create that, you know,
Yeah.
you got to think, like,
The f***ing
How-
chairs, dude.
the cut doesn't make sense. And I paused this footage so many fucking times and went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth over it. And never once did I go, you know, I don't know, man. Never once did I go, well, there's the cut. There, it happened. You know what I mean? Like, it never happened that way for me. So, I don't know, man. I can't put that one together. That one doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get that one. So,
I don't know how they would have done it.
I don't know how they would have done it either. I don't see how they cut that footage. I mean, and some people say, well, it's a blur effect, and they cut here and put a blur. Okay, well, then I challenge you to download this footage, put it up through your Premiere, and show me the cut. If you're so perfect at this and you're so precise at it, show me the cut where this cut at. I want to see it. Put it in our comments. Make a fucking YouTube about it. Show me the cut, because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. And he goes back through. They show like a fucking, like the camera as they're showing it. They go back through on the other camera showing like there is no cuts. They go one camera all the way, one flawless motion all the way through this thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Pretty fucking nuts. They tend to catch some crazy shit though. Just over time, they catch quite a bit of stuff. I want to look up the other episode they had with the cabin where they caught the dude out in the snow.
Oh yeah, that one's a good one too.
All right, so yeah, in this footage, man, like this is pretty nuts. So, they wake up. They're in this cabin. They hear children outside. Like when they wake up in bed, you go back here, and they're sleeping, and they hear these children wake up.
That's weird.
First, it sounded like a little kid's voice, but then it kind of sounded a little bit melodic, like someone was outside singing.
Yeah.
Me and Casey sat up at the exact same time, and we looked at each other almost to like confirm that we both just heard what we thought we heard.
Yeah.
We hear something that sounds like singing, and you could tell it was coming from outside.
Sounds like a song. That's fucking weird, bro.
Colton heard it just as clear as I did, so we decided to go downstairs, put our shoes on, and see if we can go outside and capture this audio.
That's weird, dude. We should get the flashlight. That's weird.
Well, I've seen this episode before, but I can hear it way better in my headphones.
Oh yeah,
Always in
totally.
there.
When I sat
Yeah,
down,
100%.
Crazy.
put my shoes on,
And then when they come downstairs, dude, like they're coming down, you can tell like they got through all. It's snowing like a motherfucker outside, so they got to throw all this gear on just to get ready to go outside to film. And as he's right here, he's they're doing the thing, and this is where he sees the handprints on the outside of the window.
Casey goes, look. And he said, look at all these markings. And earlier we had seen something that looked like dragging or like maybe a dog's nose or something moving up and down on it. So I kind of like brushed it off real quick. And then he said, no, there's handprints. And we looked and they were on the outside of the glass.
Dude, look at this. Come here real quick. That's outside the fucking window. Look. Look right here.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See it?
these handprints were half the size of mine, half the size of Colton's. So,
Oh, bro. Dude, they're all over the place.
Like, here's the deal.
it's just eerie to think
You
about.
got to
because
think, man.
when
Like,
did that happen?
these dudes,
You know?
they're out in the middle of nowhere. They see little handprints on the windows. Like, you're hearing kids singing in the middle of the night. Like, they're in the middle of fucking nothing. There's nothing
No one
out
lives
there.
there?
Nobody lives there. This is a vacation cabin
Oh, okay.
that has been, said to have just hearing children middle of the night playing out in the woods and stuff like that. But there's nobody around there.
Where's
And
it
there was a kid that, well, it's an undisclosed location. That's the thing. All right. So you don't know where it's at. And so he starts putting his shit together here. Like, he's about to, yeah, this is nuts. So when he gets into this, it's a little crazy because when he looks through the window and sees this thing out there, like, holy shit, dude. My point would be just safety. I don't think this is paranormal. Somebody's fucking with us. This is past paranormal. This is lock and load time. Like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. You and I are out there, and some shit like this goes down. You know.
I mean, I hope
See him sitting here getting ready.
Not the best.
We'll fast forward here. Yeah, let's get to here.
Hey, cut the light.
Dude, I swear to God, I just saw something run past.
See that little
like,
bridge?
outside.
Yeah.
Something moved.
And like something's standing on the bridge.
Yep.
Do you see that right there?
Dude.
What is that?
I don't
Oh,
know.
bro,
Just
it's
shut-
moving. It's moving. What
Goes
the
back
fuck
across
is
the
that?
bridge and off into the woods.
What the fuck, bro?
That shit made my hair stand up.
I can't. I thought that was a shadow.
Bro, it like disappeared.
Dude, I'm feeling all types of weird right now, dude.
You gotta understand, there's no lights out there. The only thing that we can see is the moonlight that's reflecting off of the snow outside. And right in the middle of the bridge, we both see what looks like a almost transparent black figure of some sort, just standing in the middle of the bridge.
Dude, I swear to God, I just
Look at
saw
that thing.
something run past. Like,
Just standing right
outside.
there in the center of the bridge.
What is that? Do you see that right there?
Dude.
What is that?
There's just a figure just staring at us. It looked like it was facing us from on top of the bridge, not moving, standing still.
Do you see that right there?
Dude.
What is that?
We don't know what's showing up on the camera, his cell phone camera at all. We're just fixated on it. And then it turns around and it bolts.
Dude.
What is that?
I don't
Oh,
know.
bro,
Just
it's
shut-
moving. It's moving. What the fuck is that? Oh,
I think that was a wolf.
I don't know what it was.
It looked more unnatural than I've seen anything move.
And see, that's the deal, man. This thing standing here on the bridge, like, you wake up in the dark, you're hearing kids outside, you see handprints on the windows. At this point, I'm like, what the? I'm not going outside. I don't care how fucking bright the light is. Okay, I don't give a fuck what kind of LED mag light supernova fucking bullshit you've got, Craig. We're not going outside.
I wouldn't have had
So
to.
I've
I
seen
set
this.
it up
I've
from
seen this
there.
fucking horror movie. This doesn't work.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of questions. Like, you go throughout the entire episode and you watch that, and there's a ton of questions that come up on my mind. Like, well, okay, it's a cabin. I live in Texas. We may not have snow like that, but when we're out in the woods and we got a home that's out off the sticks, what do we have on every corner of the fucking house? Floodlights.
Yeah.
That'll light up the damn near the entire property.
Yep.
And it's usually because due to, like, deer coming up and getting in your garden and shit like that and eating your plants and shit like that.
Hogs.
Hogs. That's another one. That's a big one.
Yeah.
But you can tell me this place didn't have any kind of like fucking massive spotlight out on the side of it, like
Right.
anywhere shining to hit some light, see what's going on out there, make sure your safety's okay. And yet another thing where these guys, aren't packing. And if they are packing, they're not saying anything.
I also think when they go walking through the woods looking that they say there's bears out there too. So
Well, he's joking because
Oh.
he's basically saying, I don't want to say it, man, but what if it's a fucking bear? It's
Yeah.
right here. They go out looking in the snow.
Let's give it a minute and go check it out. I think we should run yes, no, or something out there.
Yeah, let's give it a minute.
That could have been a person.
Oh yeah, I remember
It moved
Susan
too
looked up
fast.
answers.
It disappeared.
Didn't look calm enough to be a person.
No.
They get out here. Like that's all their footprints from earlier when they went out there and crossed over the bridge and whatnot. Oh man, but you gotta think about it, middle of the fucking night. You're gonna go out here and trek over this bridge?
Yeah.
You know?
You can go first.
Yeah, you don't know what the fuck's over there, man. You don't know what that was. You don't know if that was a big, black bear or fucking wolf or...
Yeah.
You don't know what that was. I'm not thinking paranormal any longer.
Quiet out there. It almost sounded like I was in a studio recording room with soundproof padding around me. It was that quiet.
That's not good.
Yeah. Well, what do they say when the woods go silent?
Mm-hmm.
That's when you know something is bad, or something bad is around, like a bear or a wolf or something is trying to hide.
I don't know if I got the right kind of clothes for that weather.
Fuck no. No. Wait, neither one of us do, bro. No. We're from Texas, not Montana.
Yeah.
But we would.
Yeah.
But we'd also had that Southern boy mentality going on in us, where it'd be like, hey, dog, we just saw somebody standing on the bridge. We're 200 miles out in the middle of nothing. You want to go walk the bridge and see what it was? No.
That was our final test. We took the yes no.
Let me get my shotgun first.
Yeah.
Where not an hour before we saw something that had sprinted across the opposite side, and neither one of us were comfortable enough to actually walk across it because we felt like
fuck no.
Whatever it
Pussies.
was.
I would. Puss. Fucking.
Those definitely could have been fish.
This
Yeah,
is
right around
okay.
there.
Yeah. So this one, you go back here, and then when the table, these chairs right here.
Mm-hmm.
So they're walking through, and this fucking.
We're the only ones on this location.
Yeah. So he kind of says it right here because he's talking about.
And then
Because the people are trying to say that this one was rigged.
Oh, they got an ovulus.
Yeah, this one they got an ovulus. They're kind of walking through doing the investigation. It's when they get back through the living room that all the chaos breaks out, and they're trying to figure this shit out. And you see, he catches it. He turns and catches it.
Wherever
Yeah.
your presence is, you can talk to us.
And you got to keep in mind, there's only two of them there that we know of.
What does that mean?
There's no third person.
maybe scan the house.
Maybe. What is it actually asking us to scan right now? Oh shit.
Boom, right there.
Damn.
Chairs, napkins, and papers fall off the table.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And
You
the
know.
chair just moved. That chair just moved right there.
Didn't they just walk from over there?
I hear what
They did.
sounds like a glass break, and then all of a sudden it sounded like dragging furniture across the tile floor.
What is it actually asking us to scan right now? Oh shit.
See, and that's from his camera.
Yeah.
What just fucking happened?
A chair got pushed over, papers flew out. Colton was right behind me with his camera. We both captured it. I know that Colton got part of it, but I know I got all of it on my cell phone. Actually asking us to scan right now. Oh shit.
Damn, that chair just like spun in a circle.
I mean, yeah.
And people say, oh, well, you know, maybe it was a cut, maybe it was an edit. Listen, there is no way we could pull something like that off when there's just two of us in the house. I can assure you we were the only ones on this location. What does it actually ask?
And that wasn't enough. Then they get down to they go outside and they go into the barn. And what is said to happen on this property is that this dude killed his wife in the pond out back.
Oh yeah.
That's not good.
So we've had experience with this right here, going back just a little bit. The guest no prism's just
this is just
blinking red.
mesmerizing, and it's
No,
Yeah.
this is weird. Like, this
Hear
isn't
it?
like just regular activity. Like, this isn't like some peaceful shit. Like, there's something in here right now that's not good. Shit is sketchy, bro.
So behind this barn is where the lake is at, where the dude killed his wife at.
Okay. Yeah, I remember this poem.
Man, it's just like, Casey, bro, listen. Maybe not go in that barn, dude. Haven't you seen Friday the 13th? Haven't you seen any horror movie that says don't go in here? And it's got, horse stables.
like that right there. Like, why does it have to come right up to the edge of the woods?
What?
The end of this. Down there.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Craig, I'm telling you right now, wherever in this,
listen. Slammed earlier, didn't it?
I love you, bro. I'm out.
Yeah.
Some shit goes down like this, I'm fucking gone. I'm in Van Terra, foot to the floor, and I'm out. Fuck our gear. We'll come back tomorrow.
I mean, it would make sense if there was an animal out here. Maybe. Like something kicking the stall.
Talking about what's fixing to happen?
Yeah.
I know you heard that.
I'm hearing everything, bro.
Ain't shit in there.
Listen to the ambience of just the crickets and the frogs and the...
Yeah, it's loud.
Jesus.
See, now it makes sense to me why these people are so fucking freaked out being here, you know?
Yeah.
I get it. I don't want to be here anymore right now. Let's set up the spirit box like right in the middle here.
Yeah,
Look,
it's a great idea.
I mean, we got chairs. I guess one of us could sit, right?
Great idea.
Yeah.
We never have much luck with the SB11.
No. Please try it again. I want to get a speaker for mine.
Dude, yours fucking...
There was some phrases.
Yours
coming
works
through,
really
a couple
nicely.
Words. Honestly, it was hard for me to focus on because it was horrifyingly scary in there already. And then we were both startled by a loud slam.
Yeah.
Is this the one that was found in the lake?
Fuck off. I'm out.
My first reaction was to mute the spirit box. So I
That was your
muted the
first
spirit
reaction?
box, and we were just listening for a moment, trying to see if we could hear maybe another one or like any kind of follow-up noises.
Mine was shitting my pants. That was my first reaction. No.
I can't explain to you what emotionally and mentally went on there. It was like everything that I had a choice of to think about shut off, and an instinct just kicked in.
To leave. To get the fuck out. It's enough. We got it. The people that need to know, like,
Everything around us was rumbling. It felt like the whole barn or stall was gonna get lifted off of the fucking ground.
There was an earthquake.
Dude, listen.
Hi, people that were here to tell you if there's any paranormal haunting. Yes, there is. Bless this fucking place. And if that didn't work, burn it to the fucking ground. If that doesn't work,
Stay away. Leave it alone. Like, that's enough. No more. No more. Don't need to have that on the conscience ever again.
Yeah.
Okay, You imagine if we were at fucking lockdown or any one of the places we were at and doors just started like,
No.
there, you know that, like, and what is it, Warner Brothers, like cartoon, there's like the silhouette of the dude that ran through the wall.
Yeah, that'd be you.
That'd be me. Yeah.
That's fine. You go first. I'll come.
Just gone. History. I'm out.
Like the Kool-Aid man?
Yeah. Said I'd be like going, oh no. Not oh yeah. Be like, oh no. I'm out. Get out of this motherfucker. No, man. Hell no. Hell no. Dude, at the chairs and the table, I'm out.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping an open mind here. Like, I'm not focusing on the people that are saying like, oh, this is fake, this is fake. Let's just go on the theory that it's not.
Yeah.
Let's go with that theory. Let's go with this is 100% real, and these guys have balls the size of fucking South Texas to stay. Kudos. Good on you, man. You got that evidence, you know.
Yeah.
But people look at this and immediately see, you know, they go, oh, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part about our job. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, what was it? Just a couple weeks ago, we had our government come out and say, look, there's aliens living in our ocean.
Did they?
100%. I'll pull that up too. Fuck it.
Come up to the Hill of a secretive project within the Department of Defense involving the manipulation of human genetics with what is described as non-human genetic material, potentially for the enhancement of human capabilities, hybrids. Are any of you familiar with that? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
I am not, ma'am.
I'm not.
No, ma'am.
Okay, I would like to know, with Immaculate Constellation, how does this relate to UAP activities, Mr. Schellenberg, in oceanic environments? Are there any instances where the Navy or other
UAP, if you're not familiar, is unidentified aqua phenomena, like UFO, right?
Forces have encountered UAPs that could not be explained by known technology or natural phenomena.
Yeah, the Immaculate Constellation covers both terrestrial and oceanic, and there's actually a number of cases described in the report that occur in the ocean.
And do you believe that there is a concerted effort by the Pentagon to keep Congress out of the loop regarding these UAP activities, specifically in our waters?
Yes.
I think it's about 5% of our ocean that's actually been studied in detail by man, and we've studied more of space than we had of our own oceans. And so are there any accounts of UAPs emerging from or submerging into our water which could indicate a base or presence beneath the ocean's surface?
I don't know about a base, but, you know, as I mentioned, I had a different source entirely describe this pretty extraordinary footage that exists of orbs, of an orb coming out of the ocean and being met by another orb.
Some would say that there's multiple hot spots where we see frequent activity. So in your investigations, have you come across any data or visual evidence like sonar readings or underwater footage of these UAPs?
I have not beyond what's in the report.
You've written about UAPs not only in the air but in underwater. Are there any specifics on what you've learned about the UAP activity in our oceans? Particularly, have you spoken with sources who have provided any evidence or eyewitness accounts of these UAPs interacting with our naval forces or being detected by our underwater surveillance systems?
Nothing beyond what's in the report and then the specific case that I mentioned with the orbs.
Okay. Skipping along here.
Mr. Burleson, I'll recognize you for 5 minutes of questions, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Elizondo, does any branch of the United States government or defense contractors possess technology?
Sir, there's documentation
there it is.
that I believe was submitted for the record that was approved for release by the U.S. Pentagon, by the Department of Defense Office of Pre-Publication Security Review, and it states one of the reasons why my predecessor program, OSAP, was trying to collect material of unknown origin.
Was it successfully collected?
It was not. What happened is that there was an aerospace contract company that requested to divest itself of the material that was collected in the 1950s. Unfortunately, that didn't actually occur.
So let's dive into that. That's the Bigelow Airspace, correct? So
yes, sir.
There was a journalist, Christopher Sharp, who said that there was a transfer between Lockheed Martin, Bigelow Aerospace, and the CIA allegedly blocked this. Can you describe that?
What I can say is that it was blocked. Why it was blocked, I can only surmise. I was part of some conversations later on with some of those contract personnel where they had told all of us that is accurate. What we required was a memo from the Secretary of the Air Force in order to make that.
So going forward in this, what they're talking about, and they come out later and talk about the whole thing. They talk about there is 100% UAPs in the ocean.
That's
that
crazy.
There is alien aircraft living in our ocean. They don't know of a base, but there's a whole report out there that you can go back and read of aliens living in our ocean. All right, and they go through this whole fucking thing. And what I'm getting at is that in the paranormal world, you show somebody 100% proof. We caught it on a Canon camera, a Canon XA60, whatever. We caught this little girl peeking through a window, or we caught a chair moving by itself, or we caught, voice phenomena happening, and people are like, whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, there's fucking alien documented on our fucking government page that they have proof of that is living in our ocean, and orbs are coming out and fighting each other in the sky, and nobody cares. What's for dinner? That's where we've come to.
Yeah.
In all things paranormal phenomena. That's where we're at.
I wonder if any of that explains like the Bermuda Triangle, or if it's anywhere near that they're talking about.
I have no idea. The fact that that lady was talking about like 5% of our ocean's been investigated by man.
Yeah, that's what I was like, holy shit.
More of our space has been investigated. And why is that? I mean, you go back to NASA, you look back, NASA originally started out aquatic. They were going water. They weren't going space. And they found something in our ocean. They were like, fuck this, I'm out. We're going north. We're going to look at the stars.
Yeah. We want to get the fuck out of here first.
Yeah. Totally. 100%. They're like, we are not going back down in that dark. Nope.
Yeah, I was wondering that when she said that, like, why would we not explore more of our ocean also?
100%. Why not? Why wouldn't we be?
I mean, there's got to be technology nowadays that makes it way easier.
They're discovering new species every day, and they're only 5% in of studying our oceans.
Yeah.
5%. 5%.
Not be real.
5%. Imagine only being to 5% of Texas. Think about that.
You ever seen the video of the fisherman that looks like he has a mermaid swimming beside him?
Yep. That's the thing, is like there's so much faked footage out there that you can clearly see that is 100% faked. And then it comes out later that it was 100% a hoax. But but the shit that comes out, you're like, I don't know, man, that looks pretty fucking real to me. You're like, you don't know whether to believe it or not.
Yeah.
And that's the world we live in right now. So guys like Casey Nolan with Mindseed, these guys are catching legit evidence. We're probably just like them. Two dudes go out, they were 3 at one time. I think they were 4 at one time.
I remember 3.
And going out and catching stuff, or investigating, and probably not catch a whole lot on all of them.
Yeah.
So we're only getting to see what it is that they caught. And you got to give it to them. Like, they released Hunting Purgatory 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, they did several seasons.
Yeah.
And then they stopped. And I think a lot of the reason they stopped, and you look at their fan base talking to them, etc., I think a lot of the reason they stopped is because of this exact thing that we're talking about how people just stopped really caring, or they don't believe it.
Yeah.
If it bleeds, it reads. And that's what people want. You know, they want more reality. They want more shit all the time. Blech. Just the more negative it is, the better. You know, instead of seeing somebody do good, they want to see somebody just die. That's what they want. They want that. They don't want to see somebody succeed. You know what I mean? So that sucks. That really sucks.
Yeah, it does.
When you're trying to do something positive in the world, or you're trying to put content out there that shows truth and things, you know, it's hard. It's hard as a content creator to put those things out there, you know.
I saw some comments earlier when I was looking them up, and it said people were like, well, they catch thing at everything they do. You don't know if that's everything they do. That's just everything they're releasing to you.
They're showing you what they caught.
We're not going to go sit in the dark for 14 hours, not catch a damn thing, and then go, here's an episode. Don't, watch us fuck off.
Right. Totally.
No, if we don't catch nothing, go to the next site, see if we catch something there.
It's just like fishing.
How many investigations they do before they catch stuff. They're just showing you the ones they do catch stuff. And I don't think a lot of people understand that.
No, they don't. People don't get that. People think because it's a series, it was shot like a movie.
Yeah.
We're going to do this. What a lot of people don't understand is a lot of these paranormal investigators, man, they'll shoot 50, 60 fucking episodes. And they're not episodes. These are investigations.
Yeah.
They might do 50, 60 of them. But out of that, maybe 4 or 5 make the cut.
Yeah.
So, and it also comes down to like putting yourself into some situations that are astronomically dangerous.
Yeah.
Astronomically. And this goes right back to the stuff we were talking about with Doug. You know, these urban explorers, urban explorers, they go out into these buildings and shit and do the shit that they do. Again, they're just trying to one up the other guy.
Yeah.
When's it going to be that the guy goes to Chernobyl like, well, I don't need mask and all that shit. I'm just going in there and he fucking melts,
Yeah.
This footage will never make it out. That's why, It's just about that one-upping bullshit that's going on out there. And nobody just gives like praise to these guys. So from Pair Theory to Mindseed, man, we applaud you. Damn good job. You guys are killing it out there. Love what you guys do. And they got a lot of other stuff, man. Dude, he did some crazy shit where he was ordering Dybbuk boxes off the fucking dark web.
Yeah.
That's fucking, to me, man, that's fucking right in the comfort of your home, just getting a Dybbuk box out, cutting the fucking wax on it, open this thing up, and whew.
What is it?
A Dybbuk box. It's so a lot of people will like there's so many different ones. Let's say like a voodoo priestess will pull the soul, like the evil soul out of somebody and transfer it into something, and then they'll put it inside a box and they cover it in wax and they do a prayer over the top of it. It's trapped inside this box for as long as this box stays closed. Right?
Okay.
And people were on the dark web were like, well, we've got a few, we're selling them,
Damn.
Yeah, and they were just selling them online. And then so he bought some, and he went as far as fucking like cutting one open and, opening it up, and there was some crazy shit in there, and sure as shit, he started having like really bad things happening at his apartment. This is when he was in an apartment. And these are things that like you can't, there's no hoaxing this. He had worms, fucking insects that were thousands on top of thousands and thousands of worms that were coming up on his porch and coming up his walls and shit on his house. And shit that would affect his everyday life outside of being a content creator.
Yeah.
There's also the mystery boxes. People do mystery boxes for fun online, and they'll do like a mystery box. You never know what's going to be in here, but it's $100 value. So people spend $100 on this thing to get it home, and they open it up, and it might be a fucking brand new PS5 and an iPad and MacBook, the whole nine, or it's somebody's used laundry and you just paid $100 for it. It's a mystery box. You don't know what's going to be in there.
Yeah.
So he does a lot of videos like that where he'll show stuff like that. He also talks a lot about like UFOs, etc., and it's all footage kind of like what we're doing, caught from online, and he's talking about it and this and that and doing little short docs on it. So good on him, man. Stay creating content, because I would rather be watching this kind of stuff all day than watching the news, because all it does is lie to you. 100%. You want to talk about the biggest hoax there is in United States history? It's when you turn on your local news. Period. Doesn't matter what side you're on. Glenn and I were laughing our ass off the other day because we were watching the weather. We're like, well, let's see what the weather's going to. This is before Thanksgiving. We're like, well, let's see how's the weather going to be this weekend, because we were going up to Texarkana.
Yeah.
And we watched Channel 5. And he was like, it's going to be pretty cool this week. Not going to be freezing. It might get freezing down into some areas. He goes, the real massive weather is going to be, there's going to be a short strain. It's going to hit Kansas City, Missouri, and it's going to be like 1 or 2 inches. But the real threat to the U.S. is all the way up in the Great Lakes. And it's going to be a pretty bad snowstorm up there, and it's going to move through the Great Lakes, etc. But it'll dissipate before it hits New York, yada, yada. And we were like, oh, okay, cool. And then we were flipping through the channels, and it got onto the nightly news, like world news, right? It was like, it was so stupid. It was like, New York braces for 6 foot of snow coming down, and massive storm. Cities all the way to below Tennessee are coming down on 6 foot of snow. I'm like, this is such bullshit. Just turn your weather map on. You're gonna be okay. And sure enough, it was like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's just normal snow, people.
Yeah.
Texans freak out when they see fucking snow, because Texans freak out because of snow, because our highways are made of concrete.
Yeah.
We don't have oil on our roads and blacktop. We have concrete. So when it snows, when it gets to the point of snowflakes coming down, that's because there's already been freezing rain that has hit the highway. And the highways have now turned into where you could throw a pair of CCMs on and go to work. You can ice skate to work, because the whole fucking road is a hockey rink.
Be safer than driving.
Totally safer than driving. So by the time that we see beautiful little snow flurries coming out from the sky, hell has broke loose in Texas. Everything is off. Does nobody remember fucking Snowmageddon? Jesus Christ. We call it Snowmageddon because nobody knew what to do. Everything from West Texas to East Texas froze all the way down to the tips of Houston. All the time. It was like something out of a movie, and we were right in the middle of it going, holy shit. Never seen this much fucking ice and snow in Texas ever. 43 years I've never seen this much.
That was ridiculous.
Totally, dude. Power off. Our power would go on for 5 minutes, off for 5 days. We didn't have gas, so I was chopping up furniture out on the back porch to keep warm.
Damn.
I remember we were throwing in fucking tree branches, anything we could, we were throwing in the fireplace. And the people that we rent from were like, well, remember not to use the fireplace with trees from outside because the sap can catch the chimney on fire. I'm like, that's fine, dude. I don't care. It's not our fucking chimney. Don't care. I've got renter's insurance. This place burns down. I'm good. I'll be warm when it's happening. It's totally fine. Not like you guys fucking care about the house anyway.
Right.
So it's a different world out there we live in today, man. And that's why it's so hard to keep creating content, to get put out there and to go out on these investigations. But we are going to do that with Pair Theory. We're working on some stuff. It's the holiday season, so things are kind of slow for getting us out and about. But we got guests that are coming on. Brittany is going to make it back on here with us, and it's going to be in the upcoming weeks, or it's going to be into the new year. And we've got some other guests that'll be joining in on us. So make sure that you stick around for that. If you got anything you want to talk to us about, leave it in the comments below, man. We want to hear from you guys. So we know that you're watching the show, and, if you want to see us talk about something, send us a video clip. Put that in the comments as well, man. We'd love to see it. It doesn't have to be paranormal. It can be anything in that paranormal realm, I guess. UFOs, paranormal, ghosts, maybe a sighting. Maybe you want to get our take on something. We'd love to talk about it. So, I don't want to see people stop creating content, because I feel like that's we're headed down a dangerous road. I feel like that's coming.
Yeah.
Because people are getting burnt out, and the creative mind is just going away. It's
easy to get burnt.
Totally. I mean, fuck, we were talking to that dude the other day. We were talking about podcasts. It's like, how many people make it past 8?
Yeah.
Well, this is 9. You know, let's see if we hit 19.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a hard thing to do. And we are going to be getting the station. I know that we're on YouTube, but we are going to be getting, probably in the new year, probably in 25, we'll start the Pair 3 podcast is going to be out on social media. So we'll have it out on all the podcast channels, iTunes, Spotify, etc. So you guys make sure if you listen to the stuff on there, you can follow us on there as well. If you have any favorites, you can go back and share those. We're going to put them all up on there, make them available, etc.
Yeah.
So, and thank you guys for tuning into us each week. We do these every week, and we're going to try and keep it going. Next week, we have another guest coming in. I'm not going to say her name. I'm going to put it in the promo so that you guys can go look at our shorts, help us grow a little bit. Share this with your friends and family. If you haven't, like and subscribe to the page. Hit the little ring notification to let you know when we release a new podcast every week and new video content. And, Craig, you got anything you want to add in, man?
No, not right now.
Okay. That's about right. See? Put him on blast. And nothing. But to be continued. Another episode coming at you soon. Like I said, like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much, and we will see y'all next time. Peace.